Aquarius, for this June reading, I can see continuities with last month, with May, but I can also see sort of longer term continuities that maybe don't make that much sense from last month. The summary for last month was a tower moment. Now, I didn't see a tower, or I didn't report on a tower, but what I did report on was the potential for the death energy, and all too well, I mean, both involve probably sudden and abrupt change, enforced changes on you. The difference with the tower is that it was a necessary change. So something very necessary happened last month. Last month was a lesson in finances, and it would seem that that was a necessary lesson for you. This month is more about taking a rest. Well, you've been through a lot, haven't you? You've been through an awful lot. You know, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. So I can understand that. Something of a recurring theme for you has been love. And we've got yet again a new and divine love coming into your life. Now, is this actually a new love, or is it finding a love in somebody that's already there, or even renewing a love? I don't know. It might be a love for something as opposed to a person, even. The energy that leads to the outcome is that of the King of Wands. Now, he's a sort of action-orientated, entrepreneurial king. So you're beginning to assert yourself in ways that you haven't in a very long while. But that leads to conflict. It's quite a childish conflict, pulling in different directions. Maybe one that's even easy to resolve. But it's directly as a result of you finding your power. Now, what would offset this? So I wonder if it's to do with this love that keeps coming in and out of your life. But it would be, well, love, you know, this renewed love would probably mean there isn't conflict. So is it a conflict you have with your love as you begin to assert yourself? I think all's well that ends well. In the future, I see you saving for the future, and of course that's something that you've been trying to do for some time. Now, the overall energy, the energy that runs through all this, is you taking a rest. And I think there's sort of four ways of seeing this. One is life has been a bit of a roller coaster for you, particularly in terms of finances. Maybe in terms of love. I've picked up on that a few times, but haven't made a great deal of it because it keeps coming in and out. But you've certainly been through the mill in terms of things, emotional mill. So I can see you needing to rest. The latter part of this year, there's a lot going on, so you probably need to prepare for that. And I think the final part of it is that there's an awful lot of change in the world, a lot of disruption in the world. And I think all of us could do with taking a rest at some point, because it's been a lot to cope with for most of us. Now, last month was the death energy, and excuse me for not making as big a play on it as I might have. And the reason is that it was in that position that alters the outcome, but often is something that you don't feel in that month. So sometimes I talk at length about it, but other times I sort of aren't that, I'm a little dismissive over it. And I couldn't really see how last month it fit in. But this month, it's sort of come back with a vengeance. And that is that it's suggesting that it wasn't so much death as a tower. Now, they're very similar, except for certain, the tower is cathartic. It's necessary readjustments to your life. And so what happened last month in terms of teaching you a lesson on finances was extremely necessary. And I think there's something of a repeat of that in this month, but maybe not as dynamic. Now, a recurring energy we get for you is this Ace of Cups. I would normally say that it means new love. I mean, it doesn't have to be a person, it could be love of a thing. And it doesn't necessarily have to be new, it could be renewal. It could be getting to know someone better. But it's kept cropping up, and it's clearly important. It's kept cropping up. I suspect this is a relationship that is fairly new to you, that you sort of maybe go backwards and forwards with. I don't mean that necessarily in any pejorative sense. I'm just saying it's not a relationship, or I get the impression it isn't that formal a relationship, and you're sort of still treading around rather gently on it. But it's clearly important. It clearly is important. And I thought they'd betrayed you in terms of money. And it's possible they have again. They do again this month, but I don't know if I've got this right. Now, as I say, things get busy later in the year. And I suspect this is about that later in the year. But what you're doing is you're making investments, saving money, maybe cutting things out in order to save money, because you know you're going to need it in the future. So you're investing both in yourself, but also making sacrifices for the future. Now, this is a card of the future, but you know you've got to make these sacrifices. You know, you're rebuilding your world, and we've just been told you're doing that. So you do have to make sacrifices in order to achieve that. Now, you are bold. You are brave, but this leads to the outcome, and the outcome is a conflict. Your very boldness and braveness leads to this outcome, but I'll tell you what the other thing about this King of Wands energy can be, and that is you jump into the wrong conclusions. And I think that's what you're doing. And I think it might be to do with conflict over money. It might be to do with this loved one, and it's easily resolved, but I think you've just got things a little bit wrong. I think you jump into the wrong conclusions about something. I really do. And it's also avoidable. It really is. And the reason why I think the outcome is a conflict with this loved one is because the way of ensuring it doesn't happen is to focus on love. Is to focus on you've got nothing to hide. You've got, you can be open with this person. So therefore, why jump to the wrong conclusions? If you've thought there's something amiss, it's something you can simply talk to them about. There really isn't anything to worry about. That might be the reason why it seemed like this relationship is on and off for so long, and because of you're probably doubting them and doubting yourself, and it's causing tensions when really you haven't got anything to be concerned about. So as I say, the outcome is a conflict, a disagreement, but it's a very, very avoidable disagreement, which is what I've been saying. Is one of those disagreements whereby you probably both want to achieve the same thing, but you have different ways of going about it. And if only you can speak honestly with the other person, I'm sure it can be resolved. Now, if I'm right, the conflict is with this person that shows up as love. Maybe you don't even see them as somebody you love right now, but shows up as love. So if you could just have confidence that you mean the same to them as they do to you, but more than that, you're both trying to achieve the same thing. But I think you're going about it, wandering around. You're showing your own self-doubt as doubt in them. But this is also resolvable. Aquarius, there have been two themes that have been coming in and out of your life rapidly recently. And I don't think we've ever got to the bottom of them. One is a new love, and it seems to be an off and on situation. And the other thing is money. And the two of them do appear to be linked in some sort of a way. Last month I thought it possible that your loved one had betrayed you over money. And I think you think seeing the same again. It might not be them betrayed. These might be completely separate things running their course, but it doesn't feel like it. What happened last month, it was so traumatic, it caused, well, there was death in the background, and I didn't make a big play of it, but I now realise that it was very important. It was an ending, and it was a cathartic ending. So you're having to rebuild your life, and I think you know that you're rebuilding your life. And what you've been doing is you have great self-doubt, and this new love that's come into your life, you're expressing your own doubts about yourself as doubts about them. And that's why it seemed like this sort of loving relationship has been off and on. And you probably don't even see it as a loving relationship. But if you could see it that way, then things would be much easier for you. This month, I mean, you should be resting. You should be taking a rest. That's the thing you need to do. But, you know, you're feeling bolder. You're feeling braver. But you're jumping to the wrong conclusions. And I think you're jumping to the wrong conclusions about this person that really you love, and you have a disagreement with them, and you're both trying to achieve the same thing, you just have different ways of going about it. Maybe it's even about your relationship, but I think money's involved again. I think money's also involved again. And if only you could understand that you do love them and they do love you, and you're both trying to achieve the same thing, and if you could talk about this honestly, it can all be resolved like that. In the future, I mean, later on this year, your life is going to change massively. And I think because of that, you're very much investing in the future. You're very much saving for the future. And last month, those savings did seem to be a part of the conflict. Are they this month? I suspect they are. But if you can have more confidence in yourself, then I don't think you'd be so, what can I say, so doubtful, so mistrusting of others.